say
Top Billin. Hey, yo, remember, patreon.com/topbillin for all your full unedited videos and even a chance to chat with your boy. It's going to be absolutely lit this season. So make sure you're at patreon.com/topbillin. What up to all my top billing villains? Your boy still chillaxing, taking a little bit of a break. You know, during the silly season here before it ramps up, I needed to kind of decompress a little bit. And yeah, we're still going to be doing that there. But I thought I would react to this, even though you guys know how I feel about PFF, right? PFF, you know I don't get down with it. I hate when people try to come to me talking football and they rely on what PFF has to say. But I will oblige this particular person here, right? My good people, good nature and everything like that. You know I always love my top billing villain. So you want my reaction to this here? It says 2025 NFL receiving corps rankings. Eagles kicks things off at number 1. It wanted me to know in regards to Seattle. So I'm looking here. Well, hold on, let me go back. Who's number 2? Tampa Bay. I can dig that. I can most certainly dig that. Drafting Emeka Egbuka, Cincinnati. You already know how they get down. The Detroit Lions is nasty. San Francisco, Los Angeles. Man, where's Seattle? Atlanta Falcons, the Baltimore Ravens, them Ravens, baby, Super Bowl bound. See the Commanders, Cowgirls. Man, what the? Seattle number 20? The fuck out of here. What are we doing here? Let me see what they say. The Seahawks receiving core will look much different in 2025 after they moved on from Dennis Rodman Jr. himself, DK Metcalf, and Tyler Lockett. Jackson Smith and Jigba could be in for a huge 2025. Of course, you know what I'm saying? Your boy said that. The number 1 receiver, he was already the number 1 receiver. You know what he's going to do as the official number 1 receiver. He's going to kill it. And the team added veteran Cooper Kupp this offseason. And Kenneth Walker has also been back-to-back. So they're adding in Kenneth Walker in the receiving game. So now I can see why you start adding in running backs. I bet you they didn't do that to them teams, you know what I mean, up top there. Throw in Marquez Valdez-Scantling, who looked great in Clint Kubiak's system. Yeah, so they're omitting some people, right? One being my man, Jake Bobo. I ran across this picture right here of Jake Bobo, and I'm like, well, damn. What are we doing here? Your man Jake Bobo gearing up for the season, man. He looks like he's putting in work, and we know how Jake Bobo gets down. It feels like every camp, he's one of the best in camp. He makes some kind of crazy catch. You know what I mean? You think about that. If you're Sam Darnold, we saw Sam Darnold work very well with Justin Jefferson because he's a rhythm and timing receiver. He's one of the best, if not the very best route runner in the game. He's going to be exactly where he needs to be each time. He's going to get there creatively. You can make an argument that between Jackson Smith and Jigba, Cooper Kupp, and Jake Bobo, that you have 3 guys, right, who are very similar to Justin Jefferson in style, and they are all rhythm and timing receivers. Sam Darnold's going to have a field day, and it can be in the quick game, which will help out the offensive line, although it should be improved. Wanting to get rid of the ball quicker should definitely be in the cards for these guys. And then you throw in, like they said, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. You got a guy like Torrey Horton. Of course, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, if you have rhythm and timing operators like those guys, all he needs to do is do what he does best, and that's get vert. Man, Ward, he's got some serious cushion, and he's on a back pedal. Look how quick oh my goodness. Oh my God, that is nasty, blinding speed. Like they said, in Clint Kubiak's system, the man averaged over 22 yards per catch. 22 yards per catch. Put him on the field and let everybody know that he's going to go deep. If you have to, right, you don't need to disguise anything. I don't want to see him try to be like Cooper Kupp and these guys, or, you know what I mean, with the rhythm and time and stuff. I just want him on the field going deep. All right, if I'm Clint Kubiak, I want him on the field going deep. That will have them, force them, right, dedicate. You will dictate to the defense exactly how you want to convey it, because he will be constantly sent deep, which will open stuff up, of course, underneath. And then you're going to have that run game that's going to punish those people too. Hey, man, is nasty. Think about that. I know y'all remember last year in camp, they were having the kind of a can you top this moment with some of the receivers. I want to say DK Metcalf had a nasty catch, and then Jake Bobo arguably topped him with this joint right here. I know y'all remember this. Look at this, man. Started release, rhythm and timing portion of that, widen it out, winding up, yaka, plucking that bad boy out the sky with two hands going outside the framework. Come on, Jake Bobo is nasty, but look what happens at the bottom of the route here. Look at this, right? Look, you see that? Widen the step. Give him something to think about. Big actions get big reactions, right? Big actions get this big reactions. He's able to widen that out there, stutter that off with the variation in the rhythm, and then widen it, giving his quarterback the ample amount of room to get it to the outside. And look at the separation. I'm tired of hearing about this guy's 40 time. Every time somebody mentions him, they got to mention his 40 time. The man's in his third season now. You can let that go. Every time we see him, man, he's getting more than enough separation. But even when he doesn't have separation, he can do that. He can Superman that hole. What are we doing? That shit was nasty. And this is not one of those guys you'll only see camp highlights from. If given the opportunity, he can do stuff like this. For those of us into the nuances of route running, this is a great example of how you execute rhythm and timing. Jabbed him, twisted him out, and look at that right there. In fact, let's look at it from this angle before we dissect it. And you can just see at least a separation here. Yaka. Pass behind him. The pass was in front of him. Maybe he's running for more. But at the bottom of this route right here, just like you saw before in that particular highlight that I had before there, you can see the rhythm and timing, and varying that rhythm and timing here. Look at him. Hitting with the one after widening it out. Now look at this. That's instant social distancing measures being practiced, just like the early pandemic period. Look at that. Come on, man. It's like 3-4 yards of separation out the gate. My man's on the inside. Then look at him press it vertically. All right, look at that. Moving up the field, pressing it vertical. Digs on him. Executing that. The ball's out on time in front. Look at all this air, space, and opportunity. But Yosemite Sam Howell here, right? Formerly Yosemite Sam Howell here, delivering that bad boy to the back shoulder right there, and he has to kind of contort it there. What are we doing? I love his route running here, and if you can get somebody this type of space on these rhythm and timing routes, you saw it. You see it right here. Look at that, man. What are we doing here, right? The ball is out here, letting him run into it with his hands instead of it going back behind the framework outside the pass there. What a catch as well, right? He had to bobble that bad boy, but he still corrals it. First down. First down. I just don't see how you have a guy with this type of skill set and you're not able to integrate him into the offense. Look at this. Whoop! Separated his soul from his ankles, and then showed late hands at the end to catch this ball getting vert, right? You're still getting vert, but you're doing it with a different type of sauce added to the chicken tender, right? Hey, yo, Paul. Before you see right there, look at that, man. Look at him take the chop it up, just to bluff to the inside, and then shoot it back outside, right? My man doesn't even get a hand on him right here. Marco Wilson doesn't even get a hand on him, and you get, once again, that crazy amount of separation that if you're a quarterback you want to see, right? Your sight line is going to be a lot better. You're going to know where to deliver that bad boy. You want that ball to the outside shoulder here. He showed late hands, and that's exactly where it went. There you go right there. One more time on this one. Oh, torched his ankle, something serious. What are we doing right here? When you running with a tenderized ankle like that, shit ain't good, right? Put his ankle in the meat tenderizer, right? Ran it through the meat tenderizer, pounded them shits out. Come on. Riddle me this. What does a great year look like for Jake Bobo? Now, just keeping in mind, great year for Jake Bobo doesn't mean the great year for the next man. If you think right now with Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf being gone, he would be elevated, even with Cooper Kupp and your man Marquez Valdez-Scantling on the team, and them adding Torrey Horton, you can see a path to victory for him for getting more than 13 targets as he had last year. He had 17 targets, but he had 13 receptions. The year before that, his rookie year, where it looked like he could break out, he had 25 targets, caught 19 of them for 196 yards. So, Blinken, you missed it last year. I don't even remember that touchdown from Jake Bobo, unless it was that Arizona Cardinals touchdown. I don't know if that was the year before his rookie season, but that was a nasty touchdown there. But some of those catches were definitely nondescript. So he has all the talent. This will be his age 27 season. He's ready and primed to break out. To me, a great season for him may be something like 500 yards. Right? 500 yards or more, depending on what happens with the people before him. But he'll be ready to step up into a higher role if necessary. But if not, man, seeing him get about 500 yards, a whole grip of first downs and everything, I think that will be a very good season for him, a very successful season for him. And, yeah, Jake Bobo, man. Let me know what you think about your boy Jake Bobo. Am I spinning the wheels once again? Am I, you know what I'm saying? Right? Jake Bobo shows me something every preseason. I'm like, damn, this dude is about to do it. And then you see the results. Man, it could be something different this year. But let me know what you think about that. Patreon.com/Top Billin. Make sure you're over there. Much love to all my Top Billin villains. The season will be here before you know it. They'll start camp up and we'll ramp it up. All right? Much love to all my villains. Salute.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.